What's up, y'all? Thought I'd make a video. Thinking about getting back. I don't know, man. I be doing stuff, man, and trying to keep my stuff in order. Thinking about trying to go back live, but that's kind of hard to do. But anyway, it's one of the craziest weeks out here for me, man. No, months, I should say. Seen a whole lot of, didn't matter what we did, man. This load cancels, that load canceled, this broker did this broker did that. This broker didn't send the rate con over. I'm cussing the broker out in the email about, you know, doing what they doing. You call about a load and they drag you out on the phone. Yo, shout out to Hot Shot Haven, because he I actually had a video that's gonna post, but I ain't posting it because there's something that I said in there that I want to take back, and I'm not gonna use that. It was no disrespect or nothing like that, but it was something I was thinking about, and I changed my mind. But yeah, we had brokers posting loads and changing rates when you call. Like Hot Shot was saying in his video, it was a Georgia video. It was funny that he even put that up there, because that's where I was the other day, which y'all know. And it's so crazy, man, over there. It's just like, I mean, they do it everywhere now, but how you post a load for $2,500? I call and you talking about $1,700. I ain't doing that. You're gonna give it to one of them trucks, whoever that may be. But it sure won't be me. I'm not gonna haul no freight like that. I will park the truck at the house, you know, before you run me to the Northeast for that. I will, or anywhere. I will not run these $200 loads. I just won't do it. I just think that's like the ultimate disrespect. It's like you may as well work 2 warehouse jobs, you know, or whatever, if that's what we gonna do, right? But I had all kinds of stuff going on during the week. What you call it? Shippers saying loads load 24 hours from there. Then I had one dude, he wanted to call the cops after he came out and walked up on me. Like it was like the Royal Rumble or something. And you know how some people make themselves the victim of a situation, and I had one of those where I was explaining. I said, you don't have anything to do with this situation. I'm gonna deal with this with the broker. I'm about fed up with what's going on. But they tried to like make themselves a victim, and we have a lot of people that do that kind of shit. But that turned into something. I will not be going to that place anymore. I actually left Georgia and got tired of the stupid shit and went to Jackson, Mississippi, and that's where that incident happened at. Then I left there, and then I just said, hell with it. I went straight to Texas. But overall, for the past month, it's just been like some crazy shit. I'm getting the loads, but it's just, or I'm about to get the load, and just something stupid happens. You know, nothing we did, just it's either the brokers or it's the customers. One customer who pulled up to, I didn't, but they didn't have enough bags to package the product. How do you not know that you don't have enough bags to package the product? I know when that red light comes on this damn thing, I'm going to either run out of fuel, or I'm going to run out of depth, or I'm going to know I got low air pressure. I'm going to know my coolant. I know this. How do you not know that you work in a warehouse operating anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day probably, that you're running out of bags? I don't get it. You pull up at a cold storage to get loaded. They're the worst. All you do is store stuff. You don't do anything. It's not like you processing and packaging anything. Go scan it, pick it up, scan it, put it on the truck without messing up somebody's trailer. They can't even do that right. That's even if they even start loading you. And that was a problem. And you know that we have an appointment on the other end at a certain time. So after a while of waiting around, this load is trash. Not hauling it. That happened with a broker. And they said we don't, they wasn't mad at me about it because it's been happening too much with the place. And, you know, they didn't hold me, you know, liable or anything for it because it was so far past the time that I wasn't even gonna make the delivery, and then I would have had to wait an extra day with the load. So it was best for them to go ahead and reschedule the load and have somebody else come get it, and then they could go ahead and deliver it that day. We had one right after a broker didn't send the Raycon. Right? Just disappeared, didn't send nothing. This load sat there for like a few hours and I just jumped on it eventually. Then he doesn't send the Raycon. Wow. We go get the other load where they didn't have enough bags to bag the product. Wait till the next day, and then go pick up a load of eggs. We go pick up the eggs. I'm like, yeah, we get back in the zone, you know, whatever. And get ready. What happens? Gets to the delivery. He ran it 500 miles, whatever it was. Got there. All right, I'm plotting on getting another load. This broker here decides to say they was gonna give me the load. I'm waiting for the load, waiting, emailing them and everything. Spoke to them on the phone. The truck will be 12 to 15 miles away, so get unloaded, go get loaded, right? This fucking broker decides not to send the load. So now I cursed 2 brokers out the same morning for their practices. The next, the egg load, he gets there. The receiver goes, we can't unload you because our machine isn't, something's with our machine. I don't know what that guy do with your forklift, but, you know, we trying to get unloaded. Waited till 2 p.m. Sucks because it's a first come, first serve to 2 p.m. or whatever, 5 p.m. So it's kind of like screwed there. Lost ass there. What happened after that? Because you didn't know if you was going to get unloaded or not, because the way they was talking about, you know, not getting unloaded by a certain time. So, at that point, I couldn't get a load for shit. Next day, try to get a load. Really couldn't get a load for nothing. Boom, thought I had a load. Talked to the broker. Told the driver what was up. I said, let's see what happens here. What you think happened? Yep, got fucked again. Now, this broker says, yeah, it was already at one price. They couldn't move it. Then they started going up on the price. Right? And it seems like every time I get more than what they say, which I'm pretty good at doing anyway, oh, it got covered yesterday. How the fuck did that even happen when you're on the computer raising the price? You keep raising the price. It got covered yesterday. So that was some bullshit. And you trying to get the driver home and all this other shit and all this crazy shit going on. I'm thinking of something else that happened. Whole bunch, I mean, all kinds of shit was going on. So they pull a Landstar. And what I mean by that, I used to be a, Landstar. Call it by load. This broker had a load. It picked up and went about 275 miles. I asked for a certain number. It was like $200 over. No, that's a different load. But anyway, that load, whatever, was covered. But you got this one load where I call in and ask about it. Oh man, it was already covered. Now you want to tell me about the bullshit load? Well, no, I don't want to go back towards Georgia or anything because I already had enough of that shit. Now I'm cool, man. Then you got all this going on. All these 1 pick, 2 stops for 300 miles, 4 days to do the delivery. 1 pick, 1 drop, 730 miles, need a team. They're posted at 5 p.m. They've been doing that a lot lately, too. And give it to you below the market average, which normally a solo or whatever will run it for. So now you paying below market average or what a solo would do it for anyway. Should be doing it for. But you want a team to do it. This is what they doing, man. I have watched the volume. The volume been going down for months. So, but there's a whole lot of fuck shit. Yesterday was the first day I ever came through Dallas, Texas. I ran through Dallas, Texas at rush hour. Those that know, when you get in Dallas, coming by the TA, Bonneview, you go up the road a little piece and past the Kenworth and all that, and you get to the 35E split, right? It's always a traffic jam right there. It's packed up like crazy. Trucks are just going. There was no traffic yesterday during rush hour going that way. None. There was none. I was stunned. I was like, whoa, there's no traffic? We're going right through Dallas. I had to get to my appointment in Roanoke. So that's when you notice there's an issue going on, because what you normally would see, you don't see. I mean, so much I can see and talk about it that's going on out here that people don't realize. From the volume of freight, how the brokers is playing the games on the phone, playing the games on the load boards, playing the games with the the phone calls, the emails. Man, I had like between phone calls and I swear to God, this month right here, especially within the last 2 weeks anyway, or last week and a half, I've probably made, it's just, I've probably made over 500 calls. Maybe I might be stretching it, but I know for a fact over the last week and a half, your boy hit about 200 of them. Like emails, comments, like, wow, I got the screenshots. I'm just like sitting out, I'll show them. I was like, look at this shit. One time I put one of them on Facebook. I was like, look at this. I took the phone and I started counting. I was like, I don't ever remember making this many calls. They'll put you on hold, drag you off. That's why I said shout out Shot Haven, because he shared some of my stuff. They will hold you on the phone for like a minute. If whoever it is, this is such and such, please hold. I'm counting about 10 seconds. I might give you a minute. I'm hanging up. Sometimes I just hang up. If it's my loss, then it's my loss. But most of the time, we already know what it is. Because when they come back, it's already gone. And or you know, they get in, they want to play this game like the Hot Shot was saying. Or is this price? Well, we want it. Well, now can you do it for this price? I got another guy on the line right now. Well, then you give it to that motherfucker. You give it to him. I don't want it. I don't play that game with people. I'm not here to play the cutthroat game with somebody. I'm here to turn a profit, and that's it. If it's that bad for you, then you need to be more competitive with your freight or whatever. Get better rates from your customers or whatever. But all kinds of shit been going on. So it is what it is at the moment. But I'll swear, yesterday, the 125 and them said last week. I didn't see it last week. Well, I mean, I seen some of it last week. I guess it depends where you were. But this one right here, it was like, damn, bro, what the fuck is really going on? Like, you can see it. If you can't see it, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you're just driving the truck to be driving the truck or something. But when you can watch the stats and the analytics or whatever, and you can see what's going on in certain areas, it was a crazy ass week. This week right here was probably by far the craziest week I've seen. For myself, even up to this morning. I mean, I got a load, and you got to get them early. Remember one time I was saying you got to get a load by noon. Well, you got to get a load by 9 in some places. 7. The good ones. the good ones that you can see. But because if you play too long, they're gonna be gone. You know, my phone was broke. I had people hitting me on the phone. I just, you know, went to go get it today, but well, I went to go get something out of it today. I'm waiting on them to do something with my laptop, so I'll pay for it all, pick up the phone, laptop, then I'll be good. But brokers was hitting me in there. I was sending them messages back like, yo, my phone was broke, and I was just waiting on them to finish. Actually, they had to get a new charge port, so I had to wait for that too. So brokers was hitting me over there where I'm at, you know, looking for me. So there's certain things I do, like that Chicago area stuff, back to Texas, you know. But definitely one of the wildest weeks I've seen. But I promise you now, I got friends in Georgia and shit, man. I just don't even, I really don't see myself going back there anymore. I just don't. Maybe on a step deck or something. I just don't see myself bringing that reefer back over there. Or maybe a step deck just as bad. I don't know. Flatbed. I'm just gonna stay the hell out of here. The brokers, it's like they just know how to. We already know they do fuck shit. They just know they got you, and they can fuck you over and over and over again in these regions. And I had somebody tell me, like, well, there's more trucks than loads there. And bro, when it flips around, you still taking L's. Explain that. I watched the Florida rates. The loads going to Florida, man. So bad. So bad. They talking about $1,700 to Miami. What? That's how crazy it is over in that area. You know, and that's why a lot of times I don't be in the area, because I play where I play and that's it. But I end up going there because I was up against the clock, and I kind of got, that was my option. Boy, I should have never took that one. But I mean, yeah, can I run certain shit around it? Yeah, but nah. I mean, every load, bang, 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 they were gone. They were just out of here. You know what I mean? No chance. And the brokers know. The brokers know that these people doing desperation reaches. I will not play the desperation. Well, like, what's his name? Pee Wee asked me some shit the other day, last night, I think it was. Something about fuel. Shout out to Cooley. I spoke to Cooley the other day. He called me on my other number, X. And he was saying something about, do I think fuel, excuse me, something of the avenue, how does it affect me or whatever? Fuel affects everybody, right? But when you know how to run a certain way, you know, that's why you heard me say things like 60 gallons, 400 miles, I ain't tripping. You know, stuff like that. You know, now that rate that I get will determine was that a good run or not. Now I'm messing around and get me a $1,000 for 400 miles. I don't consider that good. Somebody else might consider it good, but you know, not me. You know, especially when you got somebody driving your truck or whatever, and then you got repairs, over the road repairs and things. No, man, you got to take a lot of that shit into consideration. You are in operation to turn a profit, and I will walk off. I will pull off from an area if I feel that it's bullshit, that I can't even make money in it, out of it. Just gonna pull off. And that's what I did down there the other day. I pulled the fuck out of there. I'm like, I ain't, you know. And then after the little incident in Mississippi, I pulled the fuck out of there. I mean, I only wasted about 65 gallons really between leaving there and getting the truth from Texas. I wasn't even running that hard. I will not play. I got to Texas. I caught me a 911 load and ran it over the Roanoke. Now I got this one. That's just what it is. I will not play around with some of these bullshit ass loads. I will look early and things like that, and you know, but you know, overall, you know, volume is down. I know they talking about the Enterprise. No matter what you're looking at, the shit is down. So, but you are competing against a lot of people that don't know really what they're doing for the most part. So they put the squeeze on a lot of people. So the brokers is putting the squeeze on you. You know, they laughing, man, in the background. You know they is. You know they are. Got him. Got another sucker. Got another one. I'm gonna talk him down $300. How you gonna get talked down? You gonna get talked down? What you wanna do that for, boss? I got money in it. Yeah. Oh, Albertville, Alabama to Bronx, New York. Man, I need about 4,800, 5,000. Man, we only got 27 on it. But can you do 3,000? No. No. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. People were, you know, talking to Cooley, you know, and you know, dudes running lows, man. How you getting lows in one region, running way across the map, and you blowing like 2,000 something bucks in fuel? Let's go back to the Pee Wee question. And now you get somewhere, you get empty. Now you pretty much in a bad area. You gotta take a shitload down there to get over to another area, which is probably a shit area. Now you owe $4,000, almost $3,500, $4,000 on what? I don't run. And this is why I said that shit even get that bad for me. I'll park that bitch. I'm not gonna run loads. How can I explain this? Let's just say I got $1,000 in the bank, right? I'm not gonna run a load where at the end of the load I'm only gonna make $1,200 and I pump $1,200 in the tank. After all expenses, only made $1,200. I just put back in. After fuel, whatever, only made $1,200. Like, what are we talking about? We can't be running like that, man. Like, some of you just see the number, you see the big number, but then when you after you done did everything, you're like, oh shit, I fucked myself. This is the stuff we be talking about, man. I know. I always said after everything, even when I was at Landstar, if you can't, after the fuel, whatever you do, you can't have $1 a mile paid to you after the running the load, then there's a problem. Now, some loads, it varies from load to load, because I wouldn't say run 200 miles and just make $200. I wouldn't say that, but you know. But you understand what I'm trying to say. Like if you ran 2,500 miles to California, as far as I'm concerned, after fuel, you better have made at least $3,000 after everything, man. Like, if you do more than that, cool. If you run 2,500 miles, and I've seen loads and 1,600 miles for like $2,000 in this climate, and your ass is after fuel, you made $100. That's nobody's fault but your own, man. Oh, my man asking me what. I have to talk to him. Nobody's fault but your own. You know, so you can't run like that, man. I gotta get back over there where the good loads are. We had people during the pandemic or whatever. Now, I didn't get to run like people did during the pandemic, you know, exempt and stuff. I just didn't run like that. That's one thing I probably wish I did. I wish I did run like that. I did. Now I do wish I ran like that, because, you know, you could have made a shitload of money and then whatever, right? But dudes was like doing, like, they're heading from the East Coast or in the super South all the way back to California to get loads to come back east. Like, what? Yeah, they got 9,000 over there. Some guys will just run out there like, you can't do that now. You can't do that now. It was already dumb then to do it. They was paying all over the place last year and the year before. So what was the point of you running all the way back over there to go get a load? You know, I don't even operate out there like that. It's got to be like under 5% of the time that we even go that way into California. You know, I was out there for like doing the blitz and up and down over there, 5 and all that. But I don't need to run out there like that. But I mean, if it calls for it, I'll do it. But I'm not just gonna be like, well, damn, hit the desperation button and I gotta run all the way to California from fucking one dude, Alabama, to go get a $9,000 load. I bet he ain't doing that now. Huh? Shit. Another thing with the AB5 thing, it's like another reason why, you know, now you gotta consider, like, should I stay in Arizona? Get the fuck out of here? Them dudes coming into Arizona, living in Arizona, they fucking up the market. Thank you, Cali. You're gonna fuck the market up even more in fucking Arizona. It's already shit there. Yes, for what it is. I talk shit about Georgia and shit, but Arizona trash. Unless you got produce season or something, and this year was just ass. So now they're over here. Well, I'm not even in Arizona right now. Fucking up the market even more. Convoy and them like, yeah, we got them. Yeah. They going to Texas, fucking up Texas. Like Texas already ain't getting fucked up. with shit. So, but shout out to the ones that, you know, they still there and they got to do what they need to do and made the adjustments, right? They went and got their own numbers, or they just said fuck it and became a company driver, or whatever they needed to do to get it right. But, you know, but all the other ones, they just gonna come over and they gonna fuck the damn market up. That's just how it is right now. And with the limited amount of loads, even worse. I would like to see what convoy loads look like in Arizona right now. Terrible. They offered me a dedicated to run out of there. I was talking to Theo about it. Somebody with multiple trailers. And I was just like, let's just cut to it, man. Listen. This is a 30-minute video. Damn. Listen. If I know I'm going to be in competition with other carriers, but if I'm going to be in competition with Hanging Bumper Logistics and this company over here, Raggedy Trailer Express, you know, the ones that do your loads for $200 around Phoenix, I don't want no parts of it. I'm not going to run up to Reno, Nevada for no $1.80 a mile or whatever it is, and you want me to pull 10 to 15 loads a week up there with my trucks. Because some of the times I might have to just send the truck back. So, unless you're just going to start using like 10,000 carriers that run up there. So, that's on you to make that decision. So, but I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you right now, let's just get to it. Because they called me on the phone. I was stunned that they even called me. I missed the call. And then this was a couple weeks ago. And I called them back. I didn't know who it was. And they told me about it. I was just like, listen, man. I'm like, this is what it is. I'm like, so the numbers got to make sense for me to even play around like that. You want me to have a drop trailer, at least 3, which I could do, in that place. And I know it's a Walmart load because he told me where it was going. So I'm not going to play around with people, man. I will park my truck before that even happens. I will go pull sandboxes like Roadrunner and Checkmate would say, shit, I threw it for a few minutes. Don't bother me. Ain't like I haven't ran around in some of that shit. I haven't pulled no. Did I do a Landstar? No, I did them tanks. I've ran out in them fields and stuff and dropped off stuff for that type of stuff and equipment for that stuff. So it's nothing for me to go out there and run around. I could run around the clock. But before I'll do that before that even happens. I have already had the discussion. So it's like, shit, I will not play with no cheap ass freight haulers, get my truck or my trailer damaged and running my reefer all crazy for cheap ass rates. Alright, speaking of reefer, right, looking on the board, this was crazy the other day. I got reefer selected. I damn near couldn't find a reefer load for shit the other day. It was just like mostly like dry shit, which don't matter to me. But that was a telling story when I was coming down the road, the other day, and I was checking the stuff, and I was just like, damn, I just noticed something. Like, yo. Then I had one of my boys call me. It wasn't Cooley or X one of them. It was somebody else with their own authority, who a couple other people was on the chat. And they brought it up. And it was just like, that's crazy you brought that up, man, because I know I saw what I saw out there. So, but we pay attention to things, man, So, we pay attention to things, what's going on. I wish I can still go, I can, but I just don't. I like to go live again, but I just really don't have that kind of time to be doing it, I used to do it from the house and stuff, or the garage or whatever. I just don't really have that kind of time. I was home a little over a month ago. I got there now, because I came down out of Vegas, and I went down there, got a load, and then went home, and then stayed there for a second, then I bounced. So I should already been back, but cards are falling, man. Just like, shit, maybe I should fly home. Right? Leave the truck in a certain area. So, but you know, you do what you do, man, out here. You know. But anyway, with that said, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I want to burn up my phone. It's 35 minutes. We on our way to Denver, so I'll be empty early. So maybe I can get me a load. I ain't gonna try to go to. We'll see. Whatever. But wild and crazy times, man. That's all I gotta say. With that said, I'm just gonna wait on my phone call so I can get in the door. We gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.